Hello, dear professor and my group mates. Today I would like to share with the progress that I've made during the first semester of academic English course. I'll start with the improvements that I've made in relation to writing a thesis statement using the APA style, evidence integration, and linking words. Then I'll move on to skills acquired, and I will share with the challenges that I still have, and also I will give you some questions for the discussion. Here is the introductory part of my diagnostic essay. Let's read it together. Now, can you tell me where I'm going, or what information are you going to see in the body paragraph? The answer is no, because this introduction lacks of a thesis statement. There isn't anything for you to follow. You will never find a roadmap in this introduction. So this was the comment that I got from our professor. And after reading this, I've understood that writing a thesis statement is one of the most important parts of the introduction. And if you don't have it, then your reader will be lost somewhere in the introduction. So I'll try my best in writing a better thesis statements in my following essays. For example, in writing assignment 2, I had this thesis statement. And once you read it, you will know that I'm going to talk about teachers' perception of educating. Then you will know that I'm going to write about them as change agents of the process of methods and patterns. And in my second example, you will see that I will be writing about mentoring as a key tool for teachers' professional development, the retention of newly arrived teachers at school, only if a mentor has good skills and can establish a good relationship with his mentees. Moreover, if you look at both of these statements, you will see that one of them was used at the beginning, introducing the whole essay for my reader, whereas the second one was used at the end. It was used in a stage design method, as if preparing a reader for the thesis statement that takes a part at the close of a first paragraph. In addition, I didn't know how to cite secondary sources. So in my writing, diagnostic writing, I didn't cite them properly. After reading for my instructor's comment, I took the APA manual and looked through it. Then I found the part where the secondary sources were cited. And in my following essays, I try to cite the secondary source in a proper way, as you can see in this example. Or in this example, another thing that I've learned is to integrate the evidence into the essay. For example, in my rough draft of writing assignment 3, I didn't have any evidence for the argument. So my peer wrote to me, there are places where arguments are used without supporting evidence. After reading to this comment, for my final draft, I tried to support the argument with the following evidence. The assumption seems to be supported by the study that reveals some other limitations of the process, as increased workload and added responsibility. Walkington, as cited in Abruzzese. Moreover, I would like to talk about transition. So, for example, the sentence was taken from my diagnostic essay. Obviously, reflecting on learning outcomes is the most crucial part of the learning process. After reading to my professor's comment, I've understood that it is better not to use such extreme transitions as obviously or the most crucial part if you don't have any evidence that show it is, or if you cannot prove that they are the most obvious or the most crucial things. That is why in my writing assignment 1, I used, for example, another linking word, for example, in retrospect, which means looking back. Or, for example, in writing assignment 3, importantly, to show the importance of being skillful. Apart from the things that I've enumerated previously, there are a lot of other skills that I have learned during the first semester. For example, paragraphing. I've learned that if you are writing a paragraph, there should be only one main idea stated, and then you just need to write your arguments and bring your evidence to prove it. It shouldn't be overloaded with different ideas. One idea per paragraph. Then it's important to write topic sentence in every of your paragraphs, as well as transitions that are very important and that signal your reader where are you following. When writing introductions, it's very important to show and to introduce your topic sentence and to show your purpose of the essay. Why are you writing it and where are you going with this essay should be stated in your thesis statement. When writing conclusion, you should remember that it's not just restatement of your thesis statement, but it's the statement of the main idea, but in a new way. When it comes to paraphrasing, I've learned one more technique or strategy, which is called tell a friend. So mostly I've understood that in most cases I was using the chunking method. So during the first semester, I tried to incorporate tell a friend technique as well. When writing a summary, it's very important to know all the techniques that can be used, but most of them, and the most appropriate for me was the summary grid, because as though I'm a kinesthetic learner myself, so it was very easy for me to identify which was the main idea or the other ideas of the article when I was doing it in a way of a table or in a way of the scheme. I still have these challenges, so it's still hard for me to cite the internet resources or to write 100% accurately in English language, because in my essays I still see some minor grammar mistakes. And also, I need to work on my evidence integration. For that, what I'm planning to do is to read the APA manual and the source work again. During the following weeks, I'm going to read them again, make notes, and to try to overcome these challenges. So, my dear peers, I would like to ask you, what was the biggest challenge you've overcome this semester, and what strategies did you use? How did you overcome them? In conclusion, I would like to say that we shouldn't waste a good mistake. We should learn from it. So this was my method during the first semester. I always try to learn from my mistakes. Thank you very much. See you.